What's up, what's going on, legends? It's your boy Errl Shatter here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about how to build the M16 in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Before we get into the rest of the video, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time, make sure you guys show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes. Also, we are closing in on 3,000 subscribers. We are less than 150 away, so if you guys do want to find your way back to the channel, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button alongside that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. As far as the Modern Warfare series is concerned, the M16 was first featured, of course, in Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, then was again brought back in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and then, of course, in Modern Warfare 3, we again saw the M16 one more time. However, here in Modern Warfare, or the reboot, however you want to put it, we did not see directly the M16 implemented into the game. However, there is a way you can build this weapon. It all starts with the M4A1, which I know you guys are all familiar with at this point. It pretty much dominates the lobbies in Modern Warfare. Most players are currently running the weapon as it is extremely strong and very reliable. Now, the M4A1 is very similar to an M16, of course. They are pretty much in the same family. Actually, they are in the same family. And the main difference between the two is that the M16 is a 3-round burst, and of course the M4A1 is fully automatic. The M16 was extremely dominant in those earlier Call of Duties, and obviously I wanted to bring it back to life, so I decided to build the M16 here in Modern Warfare. And to my surprise, it wasn't as dominant as it was obviously back in those Call of Duties. However, it was still a very usable weapon. It was a lot of fun to try this thing out. I honestly had some pretty solid matches. I would say the biggest downfall that I had would have been close range, and also those times when I wasn't extremely accurate, maybe only 1 or 2 of the bullets hit from each burst. It was kind of frustrating because then I would have to hit people with up to 3 bursts, so it didn't really seem worth it at those times. That was definitely a very rare occasion. I didn't find myself in that position very often. To my surprise, honestly, 1 solid burst to the head was giving me 1 burst kills. 1 burst kill is very powerful, obviously, but if I was hitting them in the body, I did indeed have to get 2 bursts, and I would have to hit, it felt like, at least all 3 bullets from both of those bursts in order to actually succeed with the kill. Although frustrating at times, I felt like this class setup for the M4, converting it into an M16, was overall pretty efficient, pretty consistent, and I did have a lot of fun running it. I think that it's class setups like this that truly show off really how cool the gunsmith is, how much effort the Infinity Ward put into this part of the game. Honestly, class setups are pretty awesome this year. There's a lot of attachments and it can be kind of overwhelming, but there are a lot of different combinations you could be using that can also be used for different types of scenarios and also different types of play styles. Now, although you can run 5 attachments on your weapon, there are going to be only 3 specific attachments that go into converting the M4A1 into what feels like an M16. The first attachment that is a part of this conversion is going to be the barrel, which is the stock M16 Grenadier or Grenadier, whichever you prefer. It increases damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, but it also decreases ADS speed and movement speed. The next thing is the M16 stock, so of course it's going to be a stock. It increases aim stability and decreases aim walking movement speed. And then our final attachment that affects this conversion is going to be a perk, which is of course burst. And that is, of course, going to change our fire mode to a 3-round burst, which then obviously makes it replicate the M16. Now, although those are the only attachments that help complete the conversion, I was, of course, still running 2 more attachments to make a complete 5. And the other 2 attachments I had was the Stippled Grip Tape, which increases the ADS speed and sprint to fire speed, but it decreases aim stability. And then the Commando Grip, which increases recoil stability and aiming stability, but decreases movement speed. Not only do these attachments completely convert the M4A1 into basically an M16, they also completely change the look of the weapon. As you guys can see in the gameplay, this doesn't completely look like the M4A1 that you guys start with, or even any of the other ones that you can kind of put together. It kind of stands out. It has a look of its own, and of course makes you feel like it's a completely different weapon. There is one thing I want you guys to keep in mind when converting your M4A1 into the M16 in Modern Warfare, and that's that you are converting the M4A1, which is a super dominant weapon in this game. Maybe once it receives a nerf of some type, we can come and readdress this, but honestly, the M16 being converted, running the attachments that I was running, was overall very solid. Is it going to be the M4A1? No. Is it going to be as consistent as the M4A1? Probably not. I feel like the M4A1 is a very, very powerful weapon. It's kind of hard to compare this weapon to it. However, considering that the FAMAS is also a burst fire weapon, I felt like it was kind of comparable to that. The FAMAS might be just a touch better, but it is also not converted via attachments. I think the one thing that would kind of make it stand out a little bit more is if the burst, at least for the perk for the M4A1, is a little bit slow. I feel like it could come out a little bit quicker, but then we might be looking at a very overpowered class setup, and we also definitely do not want that. With that being said, you're probably wondering, why would I want to convert my M4A1 into an M16? If it's not more dominant than the M4A1, why would I do it? Why wouldn't I just stick to that? Well, the reality is, I kind of had a fun time running this weapon. I'm sure there's other people out there who would like to relive the nostalgia in which is running the M16 in a Modern Warfare type game. And that's exactly what it's meant to do. Honestly, like I said, the M16 was a very solid choice. I had a lot of fun running it in Ground War. Obviously, you find yourself in longer engagements, so I didn't have to be up close and personal for all of them, which could have been, the deciding factor in why I felt like it was so easy to use or was so decent. You guys might be trying this in like a 6v6 or a 10v10. It may not be having quite the luck that I was having. If you guys do decide to run this conversion, go down in the comment section below. Let me know what your experience is. I would be interested to see what modes you guys are playing and what kind of success you had while using this weapon. I just want to say again how cool I think it is having the gunsmith in Modern Warfare and being able to take weapons such as the M4 and converting them into other weapons like the M16. There's a couple other guns you can do that with here in Modern Warfare, but I just overall think it's a really cool thing to have in your game. Obviously, having enough weapons in the game is important, but having this much variety and customization is just awesome to see in Modern Warfare. Now that's going to wrap things up for today's video. We've covered how to build the M16. You guys know the class setup. Now I want you guys to go out there and try this thing out for yourselves. And also, if you did enjoy this content at any time, make sure you guys show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. Like I said earlier in the video, we do have that goal of 50 likes. Also, again, we are closing in on 3,000 subscribers, less than 150 to go. So if you guys want to help be a part of that, make sure you guys do hit that subscribe button alongside that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Appreciate you guys for all the support on the channel, all the support in today's video, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Peace!